Familiarity, the quality of being well known. Usually people are afraid to try something new because of the lack of familiarity. But when I moved in on the first day, it was everything I was afraid of. Moving into UNH my junior year, I experienced a loneliness I hadn't even begun to understand at any other point in my life. My typically adventurous and fearless personality was stained by isolation and anxiety, and the thought of moving to new places became my worst enemy. I never wanted to experience that version of myself again. However, when it was time to move into the apartment at the beginning of the semester, I felt that mindset begin to creep back into my head. It was all so familiar. Packing the car and saying bye to my friends, walking into a new bare room, feeling the sense of dread set in as my parents told me they were heading home, and how quiet my freshly unpacked room was when they left. It felt so familiar in such a foreign way. I was so sure that I was about to relive my experience from last fall. However, don't let the things you think you know stand in the way of what you can learn. The first time I met Amanda, seconds from a complete mental breakdown, I wish I could have understood the overwhelming sense of comfort and support she would bring me throughout the next 3 months. And when I learned that my best friend Jordan and I were being placed in separate apartments, I wish I could have been able to see how much closer we would grow this year and how we've spent more time together than ever. I know I'm trying to protect myself by planning for the worst, but my fear blinded me from seeing everything that could have been. I'm so thankful every day for my friends here helping me feel comfortable and at home. I want you to know that that dreaded sense of familiarity will lead to growth. You have experience knowing something in order to know how to handle it. And I know I will be okay because I'm never alone while I'm secure in who I am and my abilities. Because of my experience here, I feel that I'm able to recognize a part of myself that was lost when my life felt diluted by the fear of the unknown. I've experienced new things, I've experienced some of my favorite things with new people, and I've learned that I'm entirely capable of working at an organization and navigating public transport, which used to feel intimidating. The familiarity of the past does not define the future. While I felt cornered in a box of my own recognition, I learned that breaking away from that restriction was the best thing for myself. Your past has created you, but it's not who you are, and it's okay to let go of who you were to make room for who you can become. My experiences have caused me to be twice as grateful for all the relationships I've created, the progress I've made, and the opportunities I've been lucky enough to have. I will carry my mistakes and hardships with me everywhere I go because they are equally as important as my successes. I urge you to break away from what is familiar because there is so much more to know in the unknown.